The third core reading skill, skill 33 overall, is understand how they design the wrong answers. All right. So you understood what you read, or you understood most of it, and that's fine. You get the main idea, you look at the question, and then you start hitting the answer choices. This is a very important part of the game, right? You have to be aware of how they design wrong answers so that you don't fall into common traps. Okay. They have to make some of the wrong answers look appealing, right? That's their job. And because otherwise everyone would get everything right, and then it would be a meaningless test. So it has to look pretty appealing. And they do that in some very, very standard ways. And if you recognize those ways, then you're much less likely to fall into those traps. Probably the most common one is half right, half wrong, right? The first half of the answer will be really good, right? It'll sound exactly like what the answer was going to be. But then the second half, it goes off the rails, right? So this is why this is so important. Always read every word in the answer, especially the last few words. Students, there's a psychological tendency to just like once you see something you like and you're like, oh yeah, that's good, you kind of trail off in your attention, right? And that will get you to the wrong answer because they know that. It means you have to read every word in the answer all the way to the very end. All right. True answer, but not answering the question, right? These answer choices talk about the same thing that the passage is talking about. So they'll look good because they'll have the same types of ideas or words or characters that are in the passage, but they don't actually answer the question, right? You have to answer the question directly. One way of making sure that you do that is when you read the question, put the question in your own words first, okay? And we'll talk about that a little bit more. But if you put the question in your own words, that way you're much less likely to forget what the question really was. Too extreme. These answers are almost right, except they throw in one word that takes it over the top, right? Examples of such words would be always, never, everywhere, all, none, right? These are all very extreme sorts of words. Or an extreme emotion like despise, hate, adores, right? Those are too strong, okay? People in ACT passages are sort of normal, average, uh, emotional people, and they don't have extreme emotions in most cases. And passages that are nonfiction that are making arguing something, they're not going to be over the top is sort of extreme um, sorts of arguments. Okay. And then the last one is slightly off topic. And this is probably after half right, half wrong, the second most important one. Alluring wrong answers sound like they might be on topic, but they have one or two words that take them off topic. All it takes is one word and it's gone, right? That word is usually a detail word, okay? So if you have to really focus in on the details. And what it means is that if you come down to two answers and one has more details than the other, the one with the details is probably wrong because that's how they design the answer to look good, except they throw in one detail that's wrong. So just details are often wrong. Okay. That's a plan B. Like the best way is to just know what the right answer is. But again, if you get it down to two and one has more details than the other, pick the one with less details, with fewer details. Okay. And just make sure that every word in the answer is on topic and not off topic. Learning to recognize these common wrong answer types will go a long way toward your being able to quickly eliminate wrong answers, even if they look good, and settle on the one that remains the right answer. Okay, so get these four in your brain and start noticing them when you take reading sections.